Well, fellow agents, we are in the final week of January 2023, and it is my sincere hope that we hear some tangible information from the game over the next few days about when we can expect to see the live stream and get more information in regard to when Season 11 will actually begin. Now, as always, as I do every Monday, I'll be going over things we can expect to see in this game this week, but most importantly, taking a few minutes and answering some of the questions you've sent the channel. What's up, my YouTube family? Welcome back to the Gaming Brigade, and as we start today's video off, I'd like to ask you a favor, and that is to check out a video link that I am leaving in the description down below. Now, I put out a quick video yesterday. It goes over a few details of the channel my son and I are creating. It's called the Gamer Zen Zone. It's a place where you're going to hear relaxing, calming sights and sounds from different games, movies, and things like that. So if that does sound like something that may interest you, feel free to go to the channel. You can sub, turn on those notifications. Again, I'll leave a link for that in the description down below. And I will also leave a link to a video that I posted here at the channel yesterday going over a little more detail about what the new channel is about, and that my son and I sincerely hope you become a part of that family as well. With all that being said, and thank you for taking the time to listen to that, let's now jump into the Division 2. Now, Season 10, really, if we look at this, it is about to end. It says we have just over a week left, and as I've been saying for weeks and weeks, if you have not finished the Season 10 Manhunt, you need to do so, not only for the story arc, but you also want to make sure that you finish the reward track, because as most of you know, anytime in this game you are guaranteed any weapons, items, gear, things like that, you want to make sure you get them, so your goal is to get to Seasonal Level 100 before next week. And keep in mind, I'm basing that on the fact that as of right now, as I'm recording this video, it is 7:40 a.m. on Monday, January 23rd. It says we do have, 1 week and 6 hours or something like that left in the season, so make sure anything you haven't gotten as yet, you get from that reward track. Which now brings me to the topic of the Dr. Home exotic rifle, and a lot of you have been reaching out to the channel asking when are we going to get a replacement, because the game said every single person in the game is going to get one. Now at this point, we have not been given any information on when that may take place. I'm going to guess it's going to happen when Season 11 goes live, and as always, once I have any more information to pass along, I definitely will do so. Moving on, my friends, I'd now like to talk about targeted loot in the Dark Zone and why, in my opinion, now is the time to farm for those DZ exclusives that you have not been able to get as yet. And the reason for it is because currently in the game, anything in the Dark Zone that drops as targeted loot is not going to be contaminated. So for instance, today in DZ West, there's Fenris. Let's say if you're looking for the body armor Ferocious Calm, you may have a chance of picking it up. We have body armor in DZ South, and we have Douglas and Harding in DZ East. Now, the reason I'm bringing this up now is because I'm not sure how long they're going to be keeping this in the game. And the only reason I say that, if we go to the known issues board and back to when the statement was made last October, the game said they decided to keep the targeted loot uncontaminated for the time being in the Dark Zone. Now, I don't know if that time is going to stop when Season 11 begins, but once again, to be clear, now is the time to check that map on the daily basis if you are looking for certain DZ exclusives. Now remember, you can get them from named caches, but for a lot of you out there, you're playing Countdown, earning those Countdown resources, buying named cache after named cache. You have not been able to get those items as yet. So when they are in the DZ, it is a great way to try to pick them up, because remember, because the loot is not contaminated, it does not matter if a rogue agent comes along and takes your stuff. Anything you pick up that is not contaminated goes directly into your inventory. However, there is one important factor I want to pass along, and that is the only items that are going to be uncontaminated are ones that drop from NPCs as you're playing. So let's say, for instance, you're in the DZ, you happen to level up when the SMG is the targeted loot, and one of the rewards you happen to get is an SMG, and let's say it happens to be the Dark Winter. This happened to someone yesterday. They reached out. If you get a reward for leveling up, that item will be contaminated, so you will have to extract with that, but hopefully when you're out here farming, The RNG gods are smiling upon you and you happen to get something that you've been looking for a while. And really quick, for those of you that are, hesitant to go into the DZ, I mean, I'm playing right now in an occupied dark zone. Again, this is from yesterday. But I ran into a bunch of solo agents, some groups as well, and everyone was pretty cool. I think 1 or 2 people eventually took me out, then I just fast traveled to another part of the map, kept hunting, but I took about an hour and a half, picked up a bunch of stuff, so again, even though it is the DZ, it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be a hot mess all the time. Now, please keep in mind as I say that, if you get to a dark zone and you see like 5 or 6 people outside the door just like chicken running around, you know there's some shit going on out there. Just go to a different part of a dark zone, go to a different dark zone entirely if you want. But again, it's going to be very clear that when stuff's going on you don't want to be a part of, you can easily stay away. Last but not least today, my friends, I want to talk about the General Anderson mission. And as all of you know, right now, when you complete that mission on any difficulty whatsoever, you are guaranteed a random exotic at the end. Now at this point, it is still in the game, everything is working fine, but once again, I have no idea how long they're going to keep it this way. Will it change with Season 11? We do not know as yet. So if there are any exotics you are on the hunt for, and I cannot stress this enough, you want to keep farming this mission over and over on any difficulty whatsoever. Now later this week, I'm going to be putting together a live stream where I'm helping people try to find exotics they haven't been able to pick up as yet. And we are going to be using 2 methods. We're going to be using the General Anderson mission, and we'll be using floor 10 of the summit. So if you have any interest in that whatsoever, please leave your Xbox game tag, and more importantly, make sure you find me on Xbox if that is your platform. Add me as a friend. It's Sergeant Graybeard, and not only that, turn on all notifications to the channel. That way you know when I'm going live, and hopefully you can squad up. With all that being said, my friends, I'm going to start to wrap this up. As always, I want to thank you all for your amazing support of this channel. Now, the game may release a little more information later today. If that's the case, I will do an updated video with, all the new stuff that we get, either later today or tomorrow. And as always, if you have any questions, comments, or feedback, please let me know, and I will get back to you as quick as I can. On that note, I'm going to let the rest of the video play out. And as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, if you are so inclined, check out the link down below. Check out the new channel my son and I are putting together. Feel free to subscribe, turn on those notifications if it's something you like, and I sincerely hope you become a part of that family as well. As I mentioned at the beginning of this thing, if you happen to be new here, feel free to hit that subscribe or join button. If you enjoyed this, you could hit that like button as well, but most importantly, take care of yourselves, be kind to each other, and we will talk to you soon. Thanks again, everyone.
Landmark has been cleared. Extraction called. Serious trauma detected. Agent incapacitated. Agent killed. Entering safe area. Helo almost at extraction zone. Entering invaded dark zone. Helo Hilo arrived. Engaging landmark. Incoming hostiles detected.
Concentrate your fire!
Immediate medical assistance needed.
Take that! Another dead asshole!
Hilo is returning to base. Landmark has been cleared.